I had disliked a lot of things that he was saying, and how he was acting, being that, I'm a real individual. I just felt like, we was all cool at one point in time.
Now remember this.
Sounds familiar.
No. I was older than Canelo is when I beat Canelo. So now imagine seeing Canelo at 36 and me at 36 and we fight.
24 world champions, 5 divisions conquered, best defender of all time, right? Bud Crawford surpasses him in accolades because of the undisputed in 3 divisions. Both of them are fighters that fought great into their late 30s. However, Floyd has a deeper resume than Bud Crawford.
Terence Crawford spoke openly about Floyd Mayweather and his own place in boxing with undeniable confidence. He stated that Floyd's era in the sport has come to a close and made it clear that the spotlight now belongs to him. According to Crawford, the Mayweather chapter is finished, and the focus should move toward him as boxing's present leading figure. With strong self-belief, he positioned himself as a fighter carrying the sport into a new era for today's generation.
As for Jake and Tyson, some people like the likes of Carl Froch viewed that as an endorsement. Like, look, man, I'm just working. It's a big opportunity to be on Netflix. I didn't put the fight together. I'm not paying these guys. So, let's chill out. But all right, I'm not going to poo-poo this. I just don't know what CSI is. And the way it was presented made me think that there was like a secondary press release to come, that they'll be involved in like some sort of like virtual boxing thing. Like, it just didn't seem real. You know why it didn't seem real? I'll tell you why. There's no date attached to it. There's no venue attached to it. Forget rules, exhibition, not exhibition, weight. I mean, here's a guy who fought a heavyweight forget all that. These things can get figured out, the fine details. The fact that it was announced, why announce something with no date or location attached to it? What's the point? Unless you're just trying to get people excited and trying to get them, trying to get some investors or something like that.
But maybe also testing the waters. If the response was overwhelmingly positive, maybe you go, okay, we move forward. If the response is muted or negative, maybe you go, okay, we're not going to actually do this. You lob it out there as a way to poll the public, and then make an adjustment.
So you don't think it happens?
I do not think it happens. I just don't think there will be enough interest. I know they have huge name value. There's zero, after the last performance by Mike Tyson against Jake Paul, I don't think there's going to be interest in seeing Mike Tyson do that again.
Floyd Mayweather pointed out that he defeated Canelo Alvarez early in Canelo's career, highlighting his own skill and experience at the time. He argued that Terence Crawford's win over Canelo should not be viewed as something unprecedented, since both fighters have secured major victories over the same opponent. From Mayweather's perspective, this reinforces the idea that his achievement remains superior and that Crawford's success does not eclipse his lasting legacy in the sport.
Canelo is a hell of a fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He's a hell of a fighter. And everyone is now saying that he's not the same fighter. He's not looking the same. Now remember this.
Sounds familiar.
No. I was older than Canelo is when I beat Canelo. So now imagine seeing Canelo at 36 and me at 36 and we fight. And now what y'all gonna say? Well, now he got what? I don't know how many fights he got.
Many boxing analysts believe it is still too early to place Terence Crawford in the same category as Floyd Mayweather, mainly because he does not have an undefeated 50-0 record like Floyd accomplished. They argue that surpassing Mayweather's legacy takes more than victories over elite names such as Canelo Alvarez. A widely shared view is that Crawford should move up in weight and take on David Benavidez, a fighter known for his size, power, and danger inside the ring. Beating Benavidez would demonstrate Crawford's bravery and prove he can overcome one of the most intimidating opponents in boxing today. Without a signature win of that magnitude, Some feel Crawford may never be remembered on Mayweather's level, regardless of how impressive his career has been so far.
Floyd's legacy is 50-0, 24 world champions, 5 divisions conquered, best defender of all time, right? Bud Crawford surpasses him in accolades because of the undisputed in 3 divisions. Both of them are fighters that fought great into their late 30s. However, Floyd has a deeper resume than Bud Crawford, but both of their best wins are Canelo Alvarez. Canelo was a younger, greener Canelo when Floyd beat him. Bud beat an older, slower, but more seasoned Canelo. Now, Bud's not going to surpass Floyd because of the record. He's not going to make 50-0. Bud has to separate himself. What he has to do is do something that Floyd didn't do. Take on the challenges that people are scared for you to take. Just that's what separates Leonard and Durant from the rest. If Bud Crawford beats David Benavidez, he will surpass Floyd Mayweather as far as on the all-time list. As of right now, if Bud Crawford retires, I would have him somewhere around the top 5, top 7.
Trainer Robert Garcia offers a very different perspective on the situation. He believes Terence Crawford is unlikely to gamble his legacy by stepping into the ring with David Benavidez. According to Garcia, Crawford is an intelligent fighter who knows how to protect his place in boxing history without taking unnecessary risks. Benavidez's significant size advantage makes him a dangerous opponent who could potentially derail Crawford's unbeaten streak. In Garcia's opinion, the danger outweighs the reward, especially since Crawford already owns an exceptional resume and has no obligation to face an opponent far beyond his natural weight class. This viewpoint highlights the ongoing debate between pursuing legacy-defining challenges and preserving an almost flawless career.
There's no way. Crawford just got the biggest win in his career and one of the biggest wins in history. He doesn't need to go out there and risk. But it is too big, too strong. We don't want to see a champion do so much and accomplish so much and then end his career with a bad choice, a bad fight that he shouldn't take. I wouldn't do it.
Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle, shared his perspective, saying that while Terence Crawford clearly outclassed Canelo Alvarez, the result should not be treated as the ultimate benchmark. He explained that Canelo was no longer the fighter he once was, lacking the same power and sharp timing he showed in his prime. Jeff noted that before the matchup, many critics questioned Crawford and the level of opposition he had faced. Even after the victory, some still attempt to downplay the achievement. In his view, the win was solid and deserving of respect, but it must be evaluated in context. Because Canelo was past his peak, the performance does not erase all criticism or place Crawford beyond ongoing debate.
Canelo knocks him out in the first half of the fight because he couldn't handle the power. And obviously that proved not to be, or to be the case, that Crawford could definitely handle the power. Were you surprised that, it didn't look like, maybe once or twice it looked like maybe Crawford felt it, but never in any kind of real trouble?
Yeah, I don't think that Canelo really hit him. I mean, he hit him a couple times clean, but Crawford, Crawford's a big guy too. Crawford took it like it was nothing. And he hit Canelo a few times. And Canelo took it as well. So basically, at the end of the day, they both took decent shots from each other, but Crawford just didn't get hit as much as Canelo did.
Do you think that was, a case of, you can't, Canelo's a guy that's not out there throwing huge combinations. That he's, more of a, punch at a time kind of guy, and that's not going to work against someone as slick and talented as Bud Crawford.
Yeah, I agree. Basically, Canelo was looking for just one big shot, trying to land a big shot on Crawford, but Crawford wasn't having it. And Crawford at times would say, I guess he would say to himself, I need to, do a little more work. And it seemed like he just did that, and he would let his hands go.
Roy Jones Jr. offered a sharp critique of Floyd Mayweather's legacy, stating that outside of his bout with Canelo Alvarez, Floyd did not consistently face the very best fighters of his era at their peak. He questioned why Mayweather is so often labeled the greatest, pointing out that many of his opponents were either smaller, older, or past their prime. Jones suggested that Mayweather's legendary reputation may be larger than what his resume truly supports. In his view, while Floyd's undefeated record is undeniably impressive, the quality and timing of his matchups leave room for debate, especially when he is compared to more adaptable and multidimensional fighters like Terence Crawford.
Floyd Mayweather, top 5?
No, not in my book. No,
not even top 10?
Maybe top 10 in my book, yeah, but not top 5. Yeah. He's maybe top 10, but not top 5. Floyd can fight, don't get it wrong. Floyd can fight. But here's what my problem is. Well, I understand, I know you're a Floyd fan, but here's my problem. Who did Floyd fight that was on his level when he fought him? Only Canelo. That's it. Don't give me that stuff about the other guy that was going to prison. He know he going to prison when he get through. And then to take it even further.
He fought Cotto.
Cotto was not on his level. Wait. See, stop. Let me finish first. Cotto.
You asked me a question.
Cotto already was done. And Cotto an all-time great? No. Cotto's an all-time Puerto Rican great. Cotto's not an all-time great in boxing.
I agree with you.
He's an all-time Puerto Rican great.
I agree.
All right, so that's not a great fight. That's not on your level. Pacquiao. You waited till Pacquiao got knocked out by Marquez before you fought him. If you'd have fought him 4 years ago, it'd have been something. Because both of y'all were here. We'd have found out who the best was. You waited till Marquez knocked him out, now you fought him. If I wait till somebody beat James Toney before I fight him, do I get credit for being the greatest fighter of all time because I beat James Toney?
No, you don't.
No, I don't. So my point is you didn't do it the right way. You know that. Who else did you fight besides them biggest, best 2 names you can pull up besides Canelo?
What I'm saying is that who do you think around that time would have even beaten Floyd that he didn't fight?
So my point is, I'm not going to say who
because I can't name a person.
I'm not going to say who would have beat Floyd, like I said. I'm just saying Floyd never fought nobody that was obviously equal. He didn't fight a James Toney. He didn't go looking for a James Toney.
Another analyst highlighted the contrast between popularity and pure ability. He explained that Floyd Mayweather built an unmatched global following through his long undefeated run and massive pay-per-view success. However, when focusing strictly on skill, he believes Terence Crawford may actually have the edge. Crawford's natural southpaw stance and his uncommon ability to switch positions seamlessly during a fight allow him to adapt to any opponent. This versatility and well-rounded technique have led many to argue that Crawford's technical skill set could even surpass Mayweather's. The debate ultimately points to a larger question in boxing. Should greatness be measured by fame and statistics, or by raw skill and adaptability inside the ring?
Terence Crawford versus Floyd Mayweather Jr. Who wins this fight? I'm going with Terence Crawford, and I don't think that's unpopular or crazy to say. I think most people will agree with me. I understand Floyd Mayweather has a lot of fans out there, but the truth is, as great as Floyd Mayweather is, Terence Crawford is one of one. And I say that because who else has knockout power in both hands, is able to switch stances between orthodox and southpaw so seamlessly while having great footwork? It's not like Terence Crawford is some stationary target or a flat-footed fighter that's going to be chasing Floyd around. Terence Crawford knows how to cut the ring off. He has tremendous ring IQ. And not only is he a great boxer, but he's a great fighter. He'll be able to make it dirty. If he is on the inside with Floyd, that power will carry him far. And I just don't see how Floyd will be able to beat a Terence Crawford. I really don't see it. I understand Floyd's defense is incredible, but he is smaller than Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford would have a significant reach advantage on Floyd Mayweather. I believe Terence Crawford would also be taller than Floyd Mayweather, as well as all the skillful and technical aspects of what I just laid out prior. So I don't understand how anybody could pick Floyd Mayweather to beat Terence Crawford. Styles make fights, and I believe Terence has the style to beat one Floyd Mayweather. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Whether you agree or disagree, it doesn't matter. Join the discussion, subscribe for more, and leave a like if you enjoyed the time spent. Thank you. You are all appreciated.
World champion Shane Mosley offered a direct comparison between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. He noted that Crawford's natural size gives him an advantage that Mayweather never possessed. Being physically bigger allows Crawford to move through multiple weight divisions while maintaining his strength and power. Mosley acknowledged Floyd's brilliance in defense and timing, but explained that Crawford's physical attributes enable him to control fights in ways Mayweather simply could not. In Mosley's view, this makes comparing the two fighters difficult, as Crawford's natural build provides opportunities that Floyd never had.
It's better out of those two, Crawford or Mayweather.
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually moving weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can knock him as well. He's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. Been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, you know, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
Jeff Mayweather also pointed out that when Floyd faced Canelo Alvarez, Floyd himself was already past his prime. Despite being older, slower, and not as sharp as he once was, Floyd still dominated Canelo through experience, defensive mastery, and ring IQ. Jeff explained that this context separates Floyd's victory from Crawford's. He noted that Crawford defeated a more seasoned version of Canelo, while Floyd managed to outclass him even while no longer at his physical best, making Floyd's accomplishment even more remarkable. From Jeff's perspective, this reinforces the idea that Floyd's greatness remains unmatched, even as Crawford continues to build an impressive resume.